Hello, friends. Helena Grant here, transformational life and business coach, metaphysical healer, and launch expert, helping visionary, heart-centered, service-based entrepreneurs go from hiding and overwhelmed to highly visible and thriving. And today I want to share an anecdote about a recent experience I had that I celebrate every day, multiple times a day, in fact, as evidence of me coming into alignment with universal energies that are so integral in the journey of becoming visible, of deeply embracing your messaging and your medicine so that you can be benefiting from the love and attention of an adoring audience who values you and can't wait to honor you with money. And I have these earrings that I am wearing right now. And I purchased these on my daughter's birthday this past September. And it was exactly a week after I had given birth to my son. So my children are born a week apart, but 7 years from one another. And I said to myself, I really want to honor this day. It is my birthing day for my daughter. It's a week after giving birth to my son. And I deserve something beautiful that I want to wear all the time that really helps commemorate this moment and these experiences and represents what my body is capable of and what I have accomplished in so many ways. So I purchased these at a local jewelry store. They're by a designer that I really love. And a few months later, let's say around Christmas time, one of the little pearls fell out. So I brought them back to the jewelry store and I explained that there must be a slight defect. And they needed to send the earrings back to the designer to get a replacement. So of course I had to go through the rigmarole, do you have a receipt? No, I don't have a receipt, but this is the date that I bought them. And I definitely bought them here. Okay, we'll put you in the system and we'll fill out the paperwork and we'll send them back to the designer and then we will get you replacement earrings. So it took a little bit of time, whatever, fine. They sent the earrings back and then they called me a few weeks later and said, we have your replacement earrings here. You can come and pick them up. So that was around January. And then around February or March, my son, he was 6 months. So it was March, grabbed one of them and broke it in half. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take these earrings back to the jewelry store again and get them replaced. And it was just a task that I didn't have a lot of excitement around doing because I built it up in my head. I'm going to have to go in and get, everyone on board with getting my paperwork submitted and sending in the earrings and explaining what's happened. Second time I've had an issue with them. Oh God, I just don't have the time or the energy to do it. And so the earrings sat on a table that I passed by multiple times a day throughout the day over the course of numerous weeks. And every time I saw them, I thought to myself, oh God, I've got to bring those back to the jeweler. And I didn't want to put them away because then I would forget to do it. But I also didn't feel great about the task because I kept seeing it, knowing I needed to do it and just not wanting to do it. And then about a month ago, I started getting phone calls from said jeweler. And they would leave me voicemails without telling me why they were calling, which was very triggering to me. Like, first of all, who leaves voicemail messages anymore? And if you are going to leave a voicemail message, inform me as to why you're calling and why I need to call you back. And they weren't doing that. So in my mind, I thought, this jewelry store is owned by someone old school. They're doing old school marketing where they want me to come in and look at their new collection, or, they just want to get me on the phone without telling me why. And that bothered me. And so then about 3 weeks ago, I finally looked at the earrings on the table and I was going to be in the vicinity of that jeweler. And I said, today is the day. I'm just doing this. I'm so tired of looking at the earrings, knowing that I need to do this and not doing it. So it's becoming more energetically draining to think about not doing it and avoid doing the task than to actually just do it. So I go into the jeweler and bring in the earrings, the broken earring, and I speak to the young clerk who's at the computer. And I explained to her, this is the second time I brought these earrings in. I do not have a receipt, but they need to get sent back. I had this issue with the pearl before. Now they're broken. And so I need another pair of replacement earrings. She said, no problem. I'm happy to help you. Let's get you into the system. And I said, while you're at it, I've been getting these phone calls from the jewelry store telling me to call you back, but you don't tell me why. So I haven't called back, but I'm here to say that this is going on. And I'd love for you to look into why I'm getting these phone calls. She says, I'm happy to do that as well. Let's do that first. So she goes in, pulls up my account and sees that there's something waiting for me at the jeweler, which is why they've been calling me. Well, she says, we have something here for you that we've been calling you to let you know that we have here. And I'm going in my mind, I'm like, I haven't had anything repaired. I haven't ordered anything. I can't imagine what this must be. She says, let me go and find what it is that we have here waiting for you. She goes into a little bin, last name, Grant, okay, and pulls out these earrings. And she brings them over to me and says, well, we have your earrings here. And I said, but I haven't done anything to let you know that I needed the replacement earrings. How do you have my earrings here? And she said, I don't know. And I don't understand. And this is very weird. And so she calls over a more seasoned salesperson who goes through the whole situation and the circumstances. And she sort of says, okay, well, you came in with the broken earrings to get them replaced, and we actually already have the replacement pair for you, even without you actually doing anything or letting us know that you needed the replacement pair. She's like, I don't see a problem here. I think you should just take the earrings with you. I said, I think that sounds great to me. And the young salesperson who was helping me originally started to have a reaction. She said, this is so weird. This is so weird. This is scary. And I looked at her and I said, this is actually really beautiful. And this sort of thing happens to me all the time. And so I walked out of there just in absolute reverence for what the universe is capable of doing. And now it's really easy in an experience like this to say, that's so small. It's just a pair of earrings. Somebody made a mistake. There was a glitch in the system, blah, 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 blah. There are so many ways to explain away a miracle. And there are also as many ways to celebrate a miracle. And so every morning now I put on these earrings and I speak aloud the affirmation, the universe is always taking care of me, because that is what it felt like in that moment. For me to deeply receive exactly what I needed and wanted, the replacement earrings, I actually didn't have to do anything other than take the action, show up, and make the request of what I wanted and needed. And it was already provided. It was already there. It was waiting for me. And actually, it was literally calling to me through the vehicle of the jeweler, trying to get in touch with me, trying to let me know that I needed to come and pick up the earrings. All it needed from me was a response, an action, a commitment to showing up for what I most wanted, what I needed, and what was literally waiting for me. So I hope that you will take this experience and look for something similar in your life. You've likely had a situation like this that has happened to you. And I can promise you now, hearing this anecdote, you're going to have experiences like this, and they're going to be maybe so small. They could be super subtle, and it's up to you to identify them and to realize and relate to them in a celebratory way where you get to say, the universe is always taking care of me, because the universe is always taking care of you. The universe is highly intelligent, beautifully organized, and it wants you to thrive. It wants you to feel celebrated. It wants to fulfill your desires. The universe is always conspiring to fulfill your desires. All you need to do is make the request of what you want, follow the guidance, take the action and show up to deeply receive and accept the gifts that are coming to you. And there is no difference between the big and the small. It is all relative. So to me, these earrings are a huge, big, beautiful, glorious, miraculous representation that in coming into alignment and embodying the universal laws, I can be in deep receipt of the knowledge that the universe is always taking care of me and the universe is always taking care of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I invite you to find something maybe that you already have, or maybe something that is calling to you in your life. It could be jewelry, it could be some sort of accessory, it could be an article of clothing, but something tangible, something material that speaks to you and supports you in feeling beautiful and feeling good, in adorning yourself for the goddess that you are, the embodiment of the universe that you are. And so you can speak your own affirmation, your own version of it, or go ahead and borrow mine. When you put it on your body, when you experience it in your physical body, your soma, you can speak aloud in reverence and in gratitude. The universe is always taking care of me. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Until the next, so much love to you. Mwah.